Time to defeat the trap.
Yeah.
Any ideas, anyone? I don't have any.
You did. You guys have defeated the trap. Hooray. The magic missile. Everyone helped. I mean, there was a critical heal to recover the entire party where you would have been dead. There was Miros, the tree bender, that played forward and defense and several positions on the team to keep this thing busy. There was Drew's archetype, yet to be revealed, that has a very cool ability where he could liberate you guys from a distance where just, bonds fall off, or you guys get free escape checks so that people can't grab you.
Yeah, they could use a reaction to do an escape.
Yeah, very cool. And of course we have Magic Missile, the old staple for the win. If it works,
classic.
Right.
The old school dispel.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
But since we were using the remastered rules, is no longer Magic Missile. So it's a Force Barrage.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
It's not as powerful.
Oh,
I like the sound of that even more. Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode.
I'm just saying.
Well, hey, wait a minute. Okay, hang one second. Sorry. So, welcome to another exciting episode of the Age of Ashes podcast that we like to call the Elven Portal. We are trying to learn the brand new remastered Player Core, GM Core, Paizo Pathfinder rules, though we're still very attached to Legacy. And the books that we've purchased, thanks to our own pockets and the Patreon, of course, in Fantasy Grounds. I was telling these guys that evil damage now converts on the screen automatically to spirit magic damage. So shouldn't Matt's magic missile convert?
It should have, but he'll have to go through his spell list.
Yeah, and if it doesn't want to be a heathen anymore, it should convert.
Okay. So Albric Stoneshucker should delete magic missile and then pull magic missile from the book. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's whatever the name of is it now, the Force Barrage or something like that. Yeah, you'll find it.
He's hesitant. Not only has the spell carried us through several levels because we got it wrong. He's very attached to this spell.
Yeah, unrelated to any sort of force.
Oh, that's okay, Matt. I'll do it for you. Just override, click, click. There we go. So, guys,
it's not less powerful. It's exactly the same. Just
so
different name.
It's okay. Sorry. Yeah,
D4 plus 1 and heighten plus 2 fires an additional shard with each action. It's exactly the same.
Okay.
I sharding for victory.
Rumors have it. No, that's fine. Now, I'll tell you what is more powerful. Acid Splash is now called Caustic Blast, and instead of splash damage, that splash damage is actually like D4s as opposed to 1 or 2 points. Our favorite alchemist.
I prefer the 1 point because the 1 point is guaranteed for your splash.
Oh, I see. So now everybody in the radius.
Yeah, because
Now we were doing we were playing Outlaws of Elkinstar, and it was a 2 point splash, and I still had to make reflex saves to half that. You saying I erred there?
Nope, to half it, yes. But then, what's the half of 1, Jeff?
No, it was a 2 point. It was a 2 point splash.
I know.
Oh,
but
you mean minimum damage?
New rules,
the minimum damage. Okay. Anyway, open discussion of new rules we don't normally get into. It makes more sense for you to learn, for us to learn, if we're in a situation. So, without further ado, welcome back, gentlemen, and let's get right back to it. You guys are standing into what appears to be, well, it's called a way station, and it is a portal. Dimensional space between two portals. When you guys walk into a portal, you just don't walk out the other side into wherever you're going. There seems to be this, last time it was a lava tube. It seems to be this shrine. Now, to you guys, you probably think this is where it leads. And we're going to come to the surface in wherever you landed. But I had discussed a couple things with the party in between sessions. And I believe we had covered you guys looking into the portals themselves in first and second books and finding out like what is I know I'm going to say this wrong. What is an Auredia? Like, what is an Elven portal cast of system? And, is there any history on it and that kind of thing? And I think we had touched on it. So for now, guys, what do you want to do? I mean, the tree trap, as it were, you dead?
Is now a back scratch for me.
You like the new Gorilla Mini?
Yeah. Yeah. It's less Super Saiyan-y, and more silverbacky. So I'm down with that.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I reduce myself back to gnome size.
But
why?
Trouble.
But why?
Because you can't
not
squeeze in the
yet.
tunnel.
Yeah. Woo. I could, but I don't think my allies would enjoy that.
Big 8 butt squeezing down the tunnel in front of you. It's,
Push or come to this.
Jeez, Myros, I never understood you so plainly until now.
Yeah. So I will return to gnome form, and if we're not in a hurry, while people are nosing about and poking about the room, I would like to take 10 minutes to refocus.
That's up to you guys. You guys want to do the proverbial 20-minute lick and search everywhere for the free, we couldn't possibly,
Take our time. And
it's a stingy rule, but it's a good rule because I've, not so much in this, but in Abomination Vaults, they're like, if the party takes 20 minutes, then they have access to the perception roll, as opposed to somebody going, I perceive around the room. Okay, 6 minutes, and roll with my hand from, so. So you can refocus twice in case you don't like your first focus. How about that, Miros?
Didn't know you could not like your first focus.
I tease. There we go. Our gnome is back on the board.
hooray!
Boo. Let's
Please tell me that's not what you actually sound like.
We've desperately been putting his real voice in his head all this time because that's what he sounds like. We're just, clinging to the old Miros voice. No?
We'll see. I can change every part of my body. Remember that. I am a shapeshifter.
So Miros has taken the 10-minute cross-legged, trying to connect with the earth.
Studying under the old tree, now back scratch. One with nature. One with nature.
Petrified old
Fuck
tree.
you, tree!
I'm listening to an audiobook called The Iron Druid, and the guy has tats that start on the heel of his foot, and they're called Celtic knots. They look like cool, millennial bands, right up and come up his shoulder and down his arm, right? Anyway, when he runs out and he's trying to get off the asphalt, as soon as he touches grass, he can draw power from the land and it can heal him and do all this stuff, right? And it just occurred to me, like, to refocus, Kurgus would go, yes, glug glug, I hear you. Every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, you're calling me up. How does the DM allow this, right? And he'd think about strong, maybe do some curls, right? Miros was always about a physical working out. Now that you're leaning into the druidic, how does a druid like you refocus? What would you do?
I focus on the natural body and the strength that can be derived from oneself. Muros is seeking perfection.
Stop that. Not in the middle of a dungeon, lad.
Well, what's the point in wearing
back on?
What's the point in wearing a kilt if you don't use it? Anyways,
so what are the other two of you doing? These two are discussing.
He just leans over towards Karam, gives him a little elbow in the ribs. Would you believe it was bigger when he was a dwarf?
Is that a laugh or a cry, Karam? I'm very concerned for you. This is why the
crying
human
laugh.
drinks. You look over the human. Joe's go-to is drinking because this is how he deals with.
Yep, this is how you have to deal with them.
Anyway, besides turning the place over, which we'll get to the results in a moment, is there anything else besides refocusing? Anything else you guys want to do?
No, I think majority of the party is fairly healed. So,
yourself, you're still looking at 23 damage and have 84 hit points. Al has 19 damage and it's only 63 hit points. Karam only has 3 wounds, and I don't even see Miro. Oh, Miros is full strength, of course.
Yeah, so we're all
The
right.
perfect tank wins again.
Everything goes around you and hurts your friends. I don't think that you're doing your job.
I take no damage, therefore the healer doesn't have to spend his time healing me. You're welcome.
Did you remember round 1? There was a very panicked vicar going, "Oh, heal!"
Concerning Mr. Tree reached out and touched everyone.
Reach out,
Badly.
touch me.
So-
Yeah, that was a bad.
I
touch.
occupied as many of the limbs as I could.
That's true. Okay. So you guys spread out. Going over the basics, the centerpiece of this room is a tall statue of a willow tree carved from pale marble. 6 oversized roots around the base of the tree resemble stone beds, radiating out from the trunk, with just enough room to climb beneath these branches and lie on the stone statue branch beds. There's a single exit outside the room, apparently, straight across to the east. The room itself is 10, 20, 30, 45 by 10, 20, 35. So 45 long, 35 tall, perfectly square. This menagerie of bed spike. 6, but not 4 points like the star. Who has the star knife? It's Al, right?
I do.
Okay. And it turned into trap. Suddenly the stone animated and bashed and grabbed and all this stuff happened and we all get closer together. Beyond that, there does not seem to be any compartments in the object. There does not seem to be any noticeable shift in stonework that might belay cracks in the walls, secret entrances, that kind of thing. There is the soft glimmer of light from stars and butterflies on the walls, which the dungeon has depicted as sort of 2 light sources that you can see on the map here shining, but it's the idea of a sort of a more ambient spread out light. What do you do?
I'll move over and have a gander down the passageway to the east.
Okay. Now you guys can, just to remind you, there is a passage in the previous chamber if you guys wanted to backtrack and try your luck down there, right? It also occurs to you that Miros said that this way seemed more natural. Nature bound, right?
he was wrong.
No. After refocusing Miros, I would like to refocus your answer. It's not that this way is more natural as a stone, marble, animate tree beat you. Not much of that. It's the lack of supernatural. There is something strongly supernatural down the other way.
The other way gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Exactly. So, Al.
Yes.
Heading down or peeking down. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. It would seem that it will not let you past the barrier. I've created, what do you call it? Fog of war.
Damn fog.
Yeah.
That was.
The room
Not
was
a
actually
wall.
larger. Sorry, yeah. My bad. I thought I gave you the whole room. Oh, my tactics would have differed.
Do
No,
I
they would not.
hear anything coming from that direction?
It's the wind tunnel effect again. It's that same sort of cut-off, muted sound. The tunnel goes 5 feet and then sharply turns on a 45-degree angle to the south. And it is rather dark. Your eyes pierce the darkness,
They do.
and you don't hear so much as see the back of a very large creature, several of them standing in a circle, seeming to have some sort of argumentative debate.
slowly
room.
and as stealthily as possible back out of that passage, and approach my companions and whisper to them, "There's something down there. Not sure what it is. Wasn't brave enough to take a better look. Not by myself, anyways. But there's definitely something down there."
Would you want me to go check it out?
1 second. If we can see you a mere 15 feet away, right? Do we see you? Because sounds are muted, but not light and motion. You have light behind you, and there is light down here. Like, despite your eyes piercing the sort of unnatural darkness in the hallway.
Oh, do they see my shadow?
there is light in the room you're in, and there is a dim light in the room they're in. And these creatures also have, let's say, supernatural vision. So I'm going to see if anyone noticed.
Sorry, I just saw the roll.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to be changing these because it says they're distracted. They get a -2 penalty.
Oh, oh no.
The rolls are supposed to be hidden from you guys.
I know. I don't mind at all.
What rolls are you talking about? I see nothing.
Yeah.
There we go. That's why I shut them off, because Joe just keeps shitting his pants.
Well, it's because I see, as I'll tell the podcast people, I see named characters.
Oh, yes. Everybody has a name.
Yeah, that was 2. So.
Oh, where everybody has a name.
Yeah. But you saw more than 2 people?
Three large
things?
Three large creatures, yeah.
3 large things. Okay. Huzzah.
Yuck.
Yep.
Okay. If something saw you, it does not suddenly shift, give chase, or detach itself from the argument.
Oh.
Al comes back in a stage whisper, 40 feet across the room. Hey, guys.
No, I didn't. I said I went back to my companions. I didn't just come back in the room and go, "Guys, there's some dudes over here."
Sorry, I'm just looking at the mini. So what do you guys want to do?
Get ready.
Do you want to try to talk to them first, or do you just want to go and talk with them and then talk
Okay.
with them?
They do seem to be having a social conversation, if you want to excuse me, my fellow.
Well, I just want to make sure I approach the situation here rightly. I know Albert gets a little terse with me sometimes how I go about my business.
He wants to Scooby-Doo this. He totally wants to dress you guys up as night hags and demons going, "Hey, my fellow night hags!" Shaggy and Scooby go walking in the room.
I have many forms available to me. Just roll clear.
Yeah, well, we
Like
can do like the
Zoinks
weekend of
murals.
Your wild shape, is it based on your focus spells?
Yes,
Okay. And you've refocused, so you have your 1 point.
that is correct.
So armed with this knowledge, would you like to pre-prep a form?
I cannot get through a small tunnel in my big forms.
Oh, I don't know. There's one I've seen recently that could...
Slither its way on in.
I'm a snake.
No. I would clog him like the longest turd in a pipe drain, probably.
I'm a snake. I have many forms, but I like the big ones better. Ever since I've been reduced to a bit of a diminutive size. Called a bit of a
It's
Napoleon syndrome.
compensation.
I went from medium.
I used to
small,
be
so now I
this
go huge.
big.
Actually, it's a
Bleeping huge.
simple matter of us getting into the rules about squeezing. Don't you know?
Well, I'd rather not go down those roads if I don't have to.
Squeezing?
Yeah. He says I can't fit, so he won't go, but it's my duty as a GM to say, well, technically you could get in there. It's just you have to suffer the rules on squeezing. Being
So Albert
squished.
reaches into his belt and pulls out one of his daily potions and quaffs it back just to top up.
Okay, Al, what do you got for me?
I have Lesser Elixir of Life, 3d6 plus 6 hit points.
Please to be rolling said D6s and tell us the total, and I'll fix you up. What about you, Karam? Have you got anything that you could,
Total of 15.
Preamp and advice? Oh, that's pretty good. You're only down 4 wins. Well played.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then I'll open the proverbial trench coat and point at my potions that are strapped into the side. Can I interest in anyone in a little sippy?
Oh, I'll take me that. Does that one taste like mint and cherry? You know me, cousin.
Hands a potion over to Miros.
Okay. Did you drink it? Miros?
Either of you lads?
I will definitely take one now.
Whoa, 1 second. Miros, do you drink that potion he just handed you?
Yeah.
What did he hand you?
Lesser elixir of life.
Okay, and you drink it down right away.
This is a healing potion? I'm imagining.
That's a healing potion, yeah.
That you just wasted because you have full hit points? Yes.
I didn't think it was that a healing potion.
That's why I have to be clear.
Well,
You drink it? Yeah, okay. It's minty. and
I
fresh.
thought it was one of his other elixirs I used to drink.
Well played.
Hey, I guzzled mine down for a big whopping 15 points, please.
Oh, that's
I
not
thought
bad.
it was the ye old Drakeheart mutagen.
Oh, if you'd prefer that, I've got one of these whipped up already. Didn't know you were looking for something a little spicy.
I always enjoy those ones there. It burns on the inside, and then eventually burns on the outside, but that's part of the fun.
I hand him over a Drakeheart mutagen.
Considering we did the whole I'm drunk, looked up the rules, and instant sober, which really probably is not in the rule set, I believe Miros in character would just drink first, ask questions later. So I'd like you to take those potions off. I think that plays well. I will ask you to reset your hero points.
Okay.
Ooh,
Done. One. It was reset before you
went from 1 to 1.
It may not line up in the whole session of 3-hour play, but because the mini dungeon is so combat intensive, and you guys got lucky and went did a 4-hour combat in like an hour. You know what I mean? Not unfair to you. So giving you every advantage I can before I have to be not so nice. So reset your hero points. So hero point guys, Al, please take those potions off, including the one that Miros just drank. Liberté.
That's okay. That's okay.
So let's talk about this mutagen.
Yeah, it will essentially gives me a +5 item bonus to my AC and +2 to my perception.
At the cost of?
The drawback is I take a -1 penalty on will and reflex saves and all recall knowledge checks. And I get a dexterity cap of +2 to my AC. But the cool thing is that this should stack with my wild shape AC. As it is.
Yeah, because it's natural armor.
Okay.
It's an item bonus.
That's a lot of rolls that we're going to forget. So at the risk of forgetting these penalties and bonuses later, your fortitude is affected how?
Fortitude isn't.
Reflex?
Will and reflex.
Reflex are
Yes.
what?
Just down by -1.
Okay, because I'm putting these in as miscellaneous penalties on your character sheet right now.
All right.
And next week or when this wears off, we got to remember to take these back. But
I'll
the good
make
news
it up.
is your AC is 27. And how much your +5 only is 2, but might
So
go
that,
into.
This should be a 32 AC, I would imagine then.
But what about you capping it 2?
That dexterity doesn't apply to my wild shape AC. So my wild shape AC is 18 plus my level. So that makes it 27, just a default. And you can slap an item bonus on top of that.
Okay. Now you're currently carrying an item bonus of +1 on your AC. I'm looking at what's that from?
Let me take a look at that. That
It's
may
on
have been me.
your combat page.
That was me curmudgeoning my AC to the AC it should have been in my wild shape form.
Okay, so we'll just switch that to 5.
6.
6.
Yes.
Okay. Fancy Grounds is pretty good. So this curmudgeoning is only wild shape. Your actual AC is Miros.
Oh, this might be legacy too. I should actually look into this stuff because it might have been changed.
Yeah, my Morose AC is lower. It would just get rid of that item bonus.
Okay, because you've been carrying the 27 AC, since your last wild shape, or?
Since my last wild shape, when I turned into a giant gorilla.
I think even if we missed it, Ryan, I'm not that concerned because you spend a lot of your battle in wild shape, and I'd rather you have the +1 than not, and get hit.
I
when
usually
you're not
smash
supposed
it
to,
in there because there's actually no template that's built into Fantasy Ground that allows you to accommodate.
Sucky. But just kind of taking the time to learn beside you, then both of us can remind each other, going, "Oh, put it in, take it off." Again, a precaution to favor the player, really.
Yeah. You said you already got something in there for the minus to will and reflex?
Yes, this is on your combat tab.
Okay, cool.
You see them in there, the miscellaneous penalties, right?
Oh, gotcha.
Right, and then we can take these out. You don't take drugs from your cousin often, so we do need to remember to take these out soon.
I enjoyed this one all the time.
Now, there is a stone skin effect down here that we could activate by the look
I got stoned? What?
Yeah.
Natrekart.
Oh, it's off. It's been on this whole time.
Oh, damn. The whole alchemist
Thing changed a little?
has been completely revamped. Okay, I need to do some reading.
I know, but
Carry on.
Miros has had stone skin on his character like this entire time.
Been there, but has it actually been doing anything?
I don't know.
I don't think so because
it would absorb damage though before you.
If it was actually set up to do that though, like when I hit the edit button, it doesn't give me options to edit anything. I think that stone skin was there, but it doesn't actually have any effect on said rolls. It's there in name only.
Well, if I turn it on, right, and you go to your sheet in your combat tracker.
Yeah.
It shows up on effects on you. So I'm just saying, like, let's say I've got incoming damage to you, right? It might affect that. Anyway.
It didn't in the last combat. I did keenly remember taking the damage.
Oh, yeah. No, again, not overly worried. Just since we're down this rabbit hole, I'm poking around, I'm not going to retcon a bunch of stuff. Okay. So what shape do you want to take?
Yeah, alchemist archetype dedication doesn't even exist in the new core, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing then.
We'll just use legacy until it catches up to you.
Yeah,
you're using ancient dwarven alchemy. It's fine.
Okay,
you're making shit up as you go, right? Who knew vodka and orange juice went together? Yeah, exactly. Who knew that?
Moros is kind of like the random active test subject. Like everyone's like, oh, he studied the druid ways, now so he got the shapeshifting. No, he drank a bunch of alchemic shit from MalBurg, and that's why this is going this way.
I think he talked you into druid wild shaping your cousin. He's so charismatic, just so he could tell his other cousins, yeah, I gave his shit to my dog. Yeah. Actually, it was Miros.
yeah, he's a druid.
Do you have access to small shapes? Small and tiny?
I do.
Okay.
I have pest forms.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't found a proper time to bring that one out.
No, I'm just yeah.
Small. There will be a time that I'm a bug and I'm going to go in people's ears.
Super sneaky. Okay, so we got Miros set up for the combat as far as I can tell. And what form?
My default's frog unless I find another form that would be more advantageous in the scenario. So I'm going to sit on my 3 new faves.
Now, when you change your wild ship, though, doesn't that cost you yet another focus point?
Yes. Every time I use wild shape, it costs me a focus. Hence why I refocused while we were
How many do you
scavenging.
have?
I have 1.
Right. What I'm saying is you just said I'm going to use frog unless it doesn't work. Well, you can't really swap out halfway through combat, though, can you?
I'm not turning into something right now in this room.
Okay. May I recommend, as a GM to player, there's got to be talents and feats, back me up on this, Joe, that give you extra focus points. Because you can carry 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And next level is 10, and I get to pick other abilities that can give me,
Yeah.
So to get more focus points, you have to pick an ability that gives you more focus points. And for me, as a monk, I would have to choose my key abilities to get more focus points.
Yeah, so you can't just you got to do these on the archetype levels.
I've been choosing mostly the alternate forms to turn into with my druid archetypes, and I don't think any of them would have given even a druid more focus points. So I'm stuck with the one unless rules are interpreted differently than I've been interpreting them. So I've been airing.
Yeah, I don't know about interpreting. Like I said, it's all good, man. Yeah, we're just...
So I have one focus point until I pick up Key Strike or the other monk first key ability.
Your frog is huge, large?
Huge. I can make it large. I can make them smaller because I have form control, which increases the length of the shape change, but reduces the caster level by 2 or 3. I'd have to read it to remind myself exactly how much it reduces it by.
Okay. So did you want to just be a big frog and try to jam yourself in this small space, or...
No. I would rather go through into the other room and then choose my form if necessary.
All right, I'm going to leave you a frog for now, but since that's obviously coming up, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. But I will, before we go bustling through this tunnel, make my first action to cast haste on myself.
There we go. Okay.
That lasts for 10 rounds, 1 minute.
Okay.
So I'll add that to character effects.
Yeah, I might have that. Do you have that? I might have that. Hasted. Hostile, helpful. I do not have hasted as a condition I can put on you.
Okay, well, I can just curmudgeon one on here.
Okay. Well, we do know you get extra action and just have at it, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Cool. Okay, so Miros refocuses. You guys search the room. Al does spy. Comes back, says what we're going to do. Time stops.
Yeah.
We have all this discussion. Miros trails over, pondering a wild shape, right? Like I've stopped the clock, right? Any quick buffs from the rest of you? Besides, like Al was being the alchemy shop, flashing you guys with his cape and.
Yep, I'll haste myself.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I guess is the room's a low light vision?
The room has a dim light in it. So do you have low light vision?
Yes.
It doesn't mean you can see better. It means you can see twice as wide or twice as far. So like if the room gave off maybe just 10 feet off of a wall and no light off the other wall, you'd get 20 feet of dim light off of that wall. The whole room is dimly lit. So I don't really have any more distance to give you unless they've changed the rules that you get to consider yourself a notch brighter. As far as I know, low light is normal vision, just longer. You know what I mean? A torch goes 40 feet instead of 20, but you're still suffering the same lumens, right?
Yeah, there's a bright and then it goes to low. So yeah, I would probably want to get a torch going for myself.
Okay. Here. Karim of the torch bearing. I think you guys already give off light just for... Okay, you're no longer grabbed. We'll get that off of you. Anybody else grabbed that I need to delete?
Probably.
Well, I was, but Albrecht said not now.
Yeah, I'm still grabbed.
L's grabbed.
But instead of lighting a torch, I will just cast light on something you possess. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Vital beacon. That's still running?
Yep. Until next day.
Okay. No, just to remind the party, new session, blah, blah. All right. Grab the vicar for some love, even though somebody said it wasn't appropriate. A light spell on something you own?
Yeah.
Okay. For vicar?
Not for
Al?
vicar.
For Al?
Nope. Al doesn't need it. Al has dark vision.
Okay, so for whom?
Start going down the list. Who's left, Jeff?
Oh, okay, sorry.
What kind of weapon do you have, Karam?
A bow.
I have a bow.
kind of bow?
Short bow.
Of striking?
I can put it on his
Yes.
bow.
Is it a +1 bow of striking?
I hope so.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
+1 of striking.
Okay. Just checking. Curiosity's sake.
Casey had the magic weapon spell. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you didn't already have that effect, I can apply it. But that's
Might have-
fine.
Might have had a GM conversation with the cameo player saying, if you don't have a weapon of striking, don't show up to this party. And may or may not have come up in his gear choices. Sorcerer
It's
only has so
wise
many
choice.
slots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys all ready to rush the room?
Yep.
You know what? I think I'm going to cast stone skin on myself as well.
You know,
Buff, buff, buff.
once almost
Okay.
dead, twice shy.
Get them out now,
Yeah.
right?
Resistance 5,
Okay.
duration 20 minutes, but every time I get hit by piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing, the duration decreases by a minute.
So, actually cast it, and I want to see if it shows up in your character effects tab. I've got yourself targeted. Push buttons and make the magic happen.
Actually casted.
Well,
Okay, didn't do anything. Let's add a
apply
character.
all effects.
Sorry?
Apply all effects.
Yeah, I hit it.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nope. But it's on your dude that you have stone skinned.
No, it's not. So I'm going to put it in manually. I'm going to actually access the spell and drag it into character effects here and see if that helps. Nope. Enter the code.
Yeah, no, it won't let me do nothing.
Okay. Then you're going to have to remember, and we'll have to keep an eye on incoming damage and such.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. That being said, maybe I can. There's a manual way for you to put an effect. Ryan just hits the plus here, and then we just say stone skin on, and there it is. At least it's listed, so we don't. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. So, guys, what is our marching order into
Noodles.
this happy room?
Mules.
Otto's just going to blitz for the first large opening in the room.
Then Niles, and then everybody else.
I'll go
Okay.
third.
Just an FYI to remember all of us, I get a +2 to perception for whatever happens to do get rolled. If that happens to get rolled, I don't know how to add that.
So what I'll have you guys do is use your initiative perception on the main page of your character, and in Fantasy Grounds, there's the modifier tag bottom left of your screen there, Ryan.
On the main.
Yeah, like on the screen next to your actual virtual dice.
Do you want these as tower rolls or just drop them out there?
Oh, you drop them out there because they're going to be initiative.
Oh.
Anyway, Ryan can put a +2 into his initiative.
35. Let's go me.
How do I add the +2? I can just drag it over the tower, and then it'll let me add it out there.
No.
No, you've already got it.
It says modifier right on the screen, main hub, not your character sheet, on the screen of Fantasy Grounds.
Gotcha.
Right? There's the big
Dude.
modifier, right?
And that'll be on my next roll then.
Exactly.
Gotcha. In the tower, not in the tower.
Open, it's fine.
I needed that +2. 26.
Okay. Anyway, Vicar, if you look at the combat tracker without me touching anything, you'll see that you got a 22.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Okay. So, you guys are creeping down, right? And I would say that movement would have to consist of the threshold, let's say halfway down, right? So we say it's round 1.
I would come once I burst
yeah.
into the room.
Yeah. Where are you going to go?
I'm going to run, see that the opening is to the south, and yell, "I got a boo!" and just run.
Okay. And what's your movement?
45.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Yeah.
25, 30.
No,
35, 40.
I would stop actually right. Oh, can I ping? Let me ping. Let me ping. Why is it? Oh,
You got to hit the target at the top of your page of the map. Got to hit the ping thing. It looks like a triple bullseye. Top left of your
ping
map.
mode.
Yep.
That ping.
Okay.
I would go there, and then I would jump and squat and hold my belly and go
And then turn into a big frog.
and turn into a huge frog.
Okay. I'm assuming that you don't get any reactions in a surprise round, Joe?
There is no surprise round.
I'm just saying, if we haven't acted around, we can't use reactions, can we?
Yeah, you could move based on, excuse me, like attack of opportunities and stuff like that. Yes.
As he literally runs right past us, we go, huh? We don't get our reaction because we haven't gone yet in the round.
Yeah, it's based on the round because there is no more surprise. So.
Right. Now, that being said, some traps and stuff do get free reactions, and then it says, and then roll for initiative, right? That kind of thing. So just quickly checking on the monster that you ran past going, blah, blah, blah. You know,
It was
here
I have to
am.
poo.
As you ran
wants to-
past a
Who wants to
rusty
react
May.
to that?
Ran past good old Rusty May here. 10 foot. Like, this is a large creature. So this is like, not giant sized, but like ogre sized, gray skinned, long, burnished, red hair, accoutrements, hag, filling up a 10 by 10, like 4 square, thing.
And square of Gangle.
He runs up behind her, and there's 5 feet from her to the back wall, runs past her, and then around, screaming about his bowels, and then... Okay, so that's 45 feet or less, and then you use your focus point to double up.
Yep, and that's 2 actions to make myself grow.
Right. Okay.
My monster grow.
Okay. Okay. So...
They might be wondering, which one of you did this?
Since these guys have to wait until you go, it shifts their initiative. Like, they're all ready to go and they're peering around and they could use their perception, but we're literally waiting for Miros to go. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have all lined up we know it's there. So now I'm just shifting a couple initiatives here.
Dear die.
And unfortunately that screws Al, but I'm sure you'd like to not wait for next round, Al.
I'd like to not wait for next round.
Okay.
But I think as long as I'm still going before Vicar, we're good anyways. Because I'm just going to haste him.
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh,
you could be
wait,
like
I'm hasted. I have one more action.
You do.
A chomp.
You bite Rusty May?
Is Rusty May the redheaded one?
Yep.
Yes.
They are calling each other by name.
Good thinking, Miros. Go for the ginger first. The soulless can never be trusted.
Ribbit.
But no one speaks Abyssal. So, it's like blah, 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 Rusty May, blah, blah. What?
And unfortunately, I'm speaking as an animal now, and the only one who can speak animal is me.
That's kind of a blessing in disguise, Messina. So, attack me. Attack
How
away.
about ye? Yes.
And the battle is joined, which means we have authentic battle music. Authentic battle damage. Yeah.
Huge frog jaw, go! Am I targeted? I hope I'm targeted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do the thing!
Can you not flurry?
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
That would cost 2 actions.
No, it's single action.
Oh,
Or
a
is it
single action?
single?
Okay.
Yes.
That's the benefit of it.
Natural 1.
Oof.
Ooh.
Hero point.
Yep. Spent.
Really?
So let me roll that.
You don't want me to pull a card? Because I have a
No!
name and you have a name?
I
Okay.
dislike those cards enough to spend the hero point.
That's okay. Aren't you?
0.
Lucky you have one. Let's get those hero points out of the way earlier.
Thank you. All right, so I owe you to re-roll on that first jawing.
Okay. If you click on the hero point,
Uh-huh.
and you have one
That dice
like
back
this,
there.
and
Yep,
you go,
thank
poof,
you.
it should actually
Yeah, it'll give you a
say
little. There you
a
go.
little diamond. See? I'm just showing them how they're. Okay.
All right.
So
thank you for the reminder on the flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Frog Jaw, go.
These are 9th level. If you have advice for each other, by all means.
36.
That is a hit. That is a hit.
Huge Frog Jaw, go damage. 26.
Okay.
Frog Jaw attack number 2.
Just clamps down on this thing. Tastes terrible.
32.
Another
hit. Huge Frog Jaw, chew. 25.
Okay. Just starts chewing away. This thing just starts screaming in the indignation that they are interrupted. Let alone the fact that his attacks are actually effective. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's the great thing about being a monk. All my attacks are considered metallics.
Are considered metallic or magical?
That too. Magical
All right.
and like cold iron or all the other jazz.
Okay. Bringing us to Al, who is about to cast haste on.
I cast haste on
If they take extra
Vicar Niles.
Okay. I got him targeted. Let's
And-
give it a go. See if anything happens.
See if it actually works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see this. So if I will click a boo.
Stone skin. It worked. All right. Typing it in. Yeah, sure. Congratulations.
I don't know if it did anything. I've got
No,
him
it did
targeted.
not. I'm just like typing.
Oh yeah. No, it's
it
haste.
worked to make him tight.
Not
It's
stone
what it
skin.
did. It's automated.
Did I click
Totally
stone skin?
automated.
Oops, I did click stone skin. My bad. Wrong spell.
You don't want to cast stone skin on him now?
No, I casted stone skin on me. I wanted to cast haste on him.
Oh,
Haste. And you
Okay.
confused me when you said stone skin.
sorry.
I might have touched a stone skin button by accident. That's why I was like, did I do that? I have stone skin on myself, haste on myself, haste on the vicar. I have 2 actions left. I will reach into my cloak and
Pull out the puppy. Come on.
my puppy is literally like a little personal hydroponics lab. That's what I use him for.
We're gonna
That
get
might
to
all
a
be changing.
We're going to be like the end of book 6. You guys will be 20th level. He's like, now, my minion, go and devour the world in my name. And he just pulls it out at the very end. Blackout.
Yeah.
Now a powerful beast that's been,
Hound.
like incubating for like 20 levels in his pocket.
I mean, can I see? Do I have line of sight on Rusty May from my position?
You have the +1 AC bonus that she gets from shooting through Vicar, but yeah, or actually through friends. You technically are gonna, your line of sight goes through 2 people, his bottom corner and his top corner, unfortunately.
You
Okay.
know his spell doesn't get cover.
What do you want to cast?
Nah, no, you know what? I'm not going to, but I will move.
That decision
so that
cost
I'm-
you your lives. Hit them hard. Hit them fast. Like, dude.
Well, no, I
That's-
can't. So I can't use my bonus action from haste to cast a spell. I can move or strike.
Oh,
Stride or
thank,
strike.
Thank you within staying within. Yeah, okay.
So I'll move up to there, and like I said, and I'll also pull.
The wand?
Yeah, well, we'll see what wands I'm gonna wield.
Wand
This is
of
what-
Wonder. Yeah.
Inventory. I'm gonna have my wand of dimension door in one hand.
Okay.
And my
Do you not need at
wand,
least
my rod of wonder in the other. I'm gonna give this sucker one more chance, and if it doesn't pay off, I'm selling it because it's worth a lot of gold.
Don't you need at least one hand free to cast spell? A single hand free, even if you're taking it off your 2-handed staff. You know what I mean? Because if you're double wanded, does that make you spellless?
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. Pretty sure I
no.
could hold a wand and flip the bird at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean if you're double wanding it, and it's like, okay, I need to cast a spell. Okay, manipulate action, put one in the other hand, cast
Nope,
spell,
it's-
put it back,
It's wiggling fingers. That's why clerics can hold their weapons and shields and cast spells at the same time.
Oh, fair enough. He makes the hand gesture in the air with wand.
Yeah, because
Yes,
it's just a
maestro.
gesture. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, i.e. the bird. Yeah.
The flick of the wrist wand, Harry Potter. Okay.
Yep.
No, that makes
So,
more
yeah.
sense.
So Dimension Door in one hand, Rod of Wonder in the other.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Which brings us to Vicar Niles.
Sweet.
And you've moved south of them. So I got three guys stacked up
speedy
on the
Vicar Niles.
other side of the tunnel, this 10-foot tunnel that hooks down, right? Muros is in this room, which we'll describe in a minute when everybody gets in here, right? They're all firing pot shots down this hallway and freaking out. Vicar Niles, what do you want to do? You're hasty.
I would
There's
like
4 actions.
I know. I'll use 2. And I'll cast a spell on myself.
Okay.
Fleet Step.
Okay, targeted. Go ahead.
There we go. I
What
get
is-
a big... What does Fleet Step give me?
Yes, please.
plus 30 foot status bonus to my speed.
Oh, crap.
Wait.
So you
So
can
now
actually
I'm
move
mo-
faster than Muros.
Yeah, I can move at a 55 now.
Faster than a speeding Muros.
That's right.
That's
and
fast.
then I would... That is
That's
pretty
cool.
good.
Dude, that's a really good spell.
and then I would like to move through
Hmm?
the lovely little place and then directly north into the room. Complete opposite of Nurse.
Okay.
And that's second. And then my fourth action is raise my shield.
Okay,
And
push the
I
little
am
button.
done. I did.
Push-
and
push the
I
little
am done.
button.
Is that,
I'm gonna
that's
miss
all
him.
4 of your actions?
Huh?
2 to cast, 1 to move, 1 to raise shield.
Oh, it's 2 to cast. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much it really is.
But it lasts for a minute, so I can run around better than Muros.
Yeah.
For-
The joke here, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I should reveal this room, is they've run into a rectangle room that is taller than it is wide. Okay. As soon as he hooks that corner, there's only 10 feet to the north. So he's up 10 foot in this little corner above the hall entrance. Straight from him is 15, 30 feet to a back wall and 5 feet to some bookcase or something. Straight below him is 5, 10, 15, 20 Muros, 25, 30, 35, an exit, 40, 45 feet straight down. And there's other things in the room that we'll get to. Karam, what do you want to do?
I would like to take a 5-foot step to the south.
Okay.
And target Rustime.
Yep.
And I will
Oh,
use
sorry.
Devise Stratagem.
Okay.
The 22. And on that, let's see. I have a feat called Known Weakness. Whenever I use Device Stratagem, I can also attempt a Recall Knowledge check as part of the action.
Okay. Do you have to use the same roll? And
Fancy.
does that roll have to hit the target before you get the free recall?
I believe the Recall would be a completely separate roll.
Okay.
It does not talk about having to hit them.
Okay.
I'm just making sure real quick. No, I do not have to hit them.
Okay. Have at me. You're looking at something that is probably covered in religion, possibly occult, because of its extraplanar origins.
Sure, we'll go with the cult.
Okay.
If it's a critical, if I
It is
critically succeed, okay, I would get a plus. I would notice a weakness and gain a +1 circumstance bonus to my attack roll.
Okay. This is a hag. And as far as hags go, they have physical resistances to all kinds of attacks except bludgeoning. And enter Miros with his bludgeoning tongue.
That's also cold iron.
That's also cold iron.
Okay. I think I will, up for my last action, I will just tell the team, try bludgeoning, guys.
Okay.
Ribbit.
Now you're held to that attack of your stratagem, right? Even though it missed?
For this turn.
Okay. So you just decide not to waste the arrow?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Terrible idea. Not going to do that.
Al hears you clearly. The guys inside the room, you guys would need perception checks at penalty because, as I've said before, sound is greatly muted through the hallway. It's not that they can't hear you, it's very muffled. So regular milling about, maybe even possible combat, may or may not draw. You know, you had a stone tree crushing you guys and they didn't go, huh?
It's okay. I'm snapping to a Slim Jim right now.
Does Karam have any actions left?
Nope, that was me.
Okay. Because one
Someone
was
didn't haste me.
one was stratagem. The recall is free.
Recall was free.
Okay, so 5 foot step for one.
And then the shout. Tell them
Okay.
the weakness, potentially, of bludgeoning.
Okay.
So what is my penalty to hear that, sir? So I can put it in. Or you can, and I can just roll either or.
10.
A minus 10, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yuck.
Yeah, but hearing someone yell, screaming, like from 20 feet away is, the DC is like 0, 5.
Do you want this in the, not in the tower, right? Just open?
No, in the tower. Give yourself a negative 10 modifier and throw it in the tower.
Okay, I did.
Okay. Vicar Niles, you know.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Guys, muffle, bludgeoning. Is that don't use bludgeoning, or was that use bludgeoning? Well, you see that Pummel Pal, the frog, is beating the crap out of Rusty May, so logic dictates, right?
Yeah, well, that's just normal
Yep.
logic, though.
Yep. Ryan Messina, can I have a negative 10 perception?
Do cantrips still scale in the new core?
Yes, they do.
Probably. In the tower, if you please. And while that's going on, that brings us to Miros. No, you might hear, kind of thing, but it's not, doesn't register, unfortunately, for you. Karam is finished, which brings us to the end of... Now, if there's no surprise round, and all of our initiatives were better than yours...
Then they should have went first.
Even though we ran into the room?
Because we couldn't run into the room if their initiative was better than ours. They act first.
So as soon as Miros appeared, they would just, oh shit, and do something.
No, as soon as we rolled initiative. Then they
Okay.
then you do normal initiative.
That's fine. That's fine. Most
Right,
are
because-
no, that's fine. They would spend the round unaware, right?
Okay.
Not and continuing to argue. So no, we're still legit. Because they're not aware of you, so they burn the round, continuing their last action, arguing. Though someone may have noticed Al coming in. I'll have him act. So somebody did something when Miros came in. Okay, Al says there's 3. Miros, when you ran in, you saw 3. But as soon as we got past Miros' turn, when Vicar comes in, right, there is not 3. You only see 2. And when Al steps over after casting a spell, also you only see 2, and blah, blah, blah. 2 hags we see. The third thing just isn't there for your perception as of yet. Round 2.
Lovely.
I should shout a warning. Ribbit, ribbit.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait, no, it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Sorry, I don't.
Okay. We do hear an infernal voice echoing about the chamber. It seems to be asking a question. And that's it. And maybe I'll, do a couple of other things. Bringing us to Rusty May. Does 2 things. First, she looks at the back wall and starts yelling shrieks of indignation that she's been hit and hurt, and then registers the question and yells something at the back wall. And she seems not pissed because she's indignified, but it's almost like she's answering the question. The question was answered, offered to her. Her tone makes it seem like the question is very unreasonable, and she's pissed. Okay? And I'll even spend her second action, right? So action 1, right? Action 2, converse, like ordering parlaying, right? Action 3, she yells a name. Kaleni. Infernal, 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 infernal. Really, really loud, just like so-and-so yelling into the room. And she waves a hand, makes a gesture, almost like a spell gesture. And that's her. And now I'm going to pick up a dice and put it in the tower. And that dice will represent help is on the way in 1d4 rounds. Because the best part about reading modules as a DM is you get to learn how the monsters feel about each other, how they react, and how when mom calls you, yeah, whatever, I'm coming, no freaking hurry. I love how you can scream for aid and the aid goes, ugh. It takes its 1d4 sweet ass time to come over. Yeah, I'm sorry, spoilers, but holy shit, is that too freaking funny.
We know you want to tell us. We know.
Thank you. Anyway, too much has happened for me to get some serious abilities. So in reaction and revolt and disgust to being clawed or being beaten with a tongue.
Actually, you're being eaten.
Oh, sorry, chewed on. Sorry, you're right. Sorry. Flurry of noms. She reaches out with a agile cold iron magical reach of 10-foot claw and strikes at Miros with a 25 and misses him. And that's Rusty May.
Ribbit boing.
Next, the hag beside her
Purple head?
as a double action summons a cage built of cold iron and fingernails, and it springs out of nothingness and does an athletics grapple against the target's fortitude with a +2. Oh, sorry, never mind. And tries to grapple you with a cage of magic. Miros. Can cause a cage, but how big is the cage? It does not give me any parameters of size. It doesn't say it can be big or small. It just says make a cage. I could see 15 by 15. I think 20 by 20 would be pushing it. You know what I mean? Because that would be
Yeah.
like multiple, right? So I know,
That's gargantuan, isn't it?
yeah. But I could see a hag that's large making something slightly bigger than itself. You know what I mean?
It's my fortitude.
Yes. So I'm gonna make an athletics grab check against your fortitude. My actual athletics.
So
Using my
26 then is my fortitude defense. Not
So your
rolling,
fortitude is 16 plus 10. Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 33.
A scooching over 26.
Just a little.
Yeah.
A cage made of cold iron and fingernails appears around our nom nom machine.
No more nom noms for you.
And that's not all. As my final action, and just go into my list here. Do not have any single action spells. So,
Did the fingers give me a coochie coochie?
no, if I can reach through this cage, that means you can reach through this cage, and I think the idea is to, like, block attacks or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, is it a cage with like holes between the bars?
Well, I'm not saying you can't spit your tongue out, but I don't
Okay.
think I could. I don't think I could reasonably like reach in it.
And
You know,
do it
with
like
a-
a
with an
meaningful
arm.
"Wata!"
Yeah, like your tongue to me is like a missile. So I could
Yeah,
see you
like-
like spitting your tongue out and him shooting his bow out, but I can't really see a large creature with a great big thick arm, you know, reaching and trying to claw you effectively. Maybe
Right.
with a bunch of penalties, but
But
I don't think
definitely,
she's into that.
definitely stop. It definitely would stop my nom nom.
It
I
will.
agree.
It does. But the cage itself actually is like it has hit points and hardness and stuff. And if you want to escape the cage or attack the cage, you can. Anyway, I am going to move because bad people are pouring out of this hole. So, sort of as, you know, just to be safe as a reaction, we are going to move her 5, 10, 15,
Reaction.
20. Okay.
I lick them aggressively.
All right.
Aggressive licking incoming. Sorry, as soon as I find the button for aggressive licking. Oh, there it is. Huge
Okay.
frog tongue.
Wait. Let me target the right person here because I think you're on the last target, and I don't want to.
Yes. I don't wanna aggressively lick the wrong person.
Okay, have at me. What are you trying
All
to
right.
do? As a reaction, you're using your anti-move?
I'm using stand still. My
Okay. Now, question. Is that an athletics check versus fortitude, or is it just an attack roll?
it's just an attack roll.
Okay, go ahead.
And if it criticals, then they can't move.
Okay.
So it's a strike. Hadouken. 28 for a hit. Not a critical, so they still get their move.
But you have revealed the fact that I am not as safe as I thought I was.
And now a cold iron tongue. Wata! Bludgeoning for 16 damage.
We like cold iron. We have cold iron fingernails. But you
Well,
smack
well,
her for her trouble. Okay.
Well, looks like you're not the one with cold iron around here.
Which brings us to Miros. That's funny. They don't seem to have the reaction thing anymore. I don't see it on your page. Huh. You just have a little button like, I used my reaction, you know. Anyway, which you have. So for this round, you've used your reaction, but it's now your turn, Miros. What do you do?
Flurry of licks. Back on Rusty May.
Okay.
Just control click. No, control click doesn't do the lock on. Like I
I got it.
Thank you.
Trust me, as soon as you say the target, I'll just drop it on there and have at me.
Much obliged. All right. Flurry of lick number 1. Hadouken.
It's kind of funny. That's a miss. Well, it's like
Yeah,
we drop a
27.
cage and they go, ha, right? And then there's that through the tongue coming out. Bang, bang.
Flurry lick number 2. 28.
Oh, okay.
Miss.
After seeing my Coven sister getting hit, she is wary and does some cool, you know, James Bond / Neo dodges.
Flurry lick
It's
number
Miros
3.
now. Yeah. Pew, pew, pew.
No, critical miss,
Okay.
but not a 1.
No, but you crit miss.
I thought we were only
against-
doing the thing on natural ones.
Oh, yes. No, you're true. That's true.
Yes.
Too many people have names in this. Thank
Yes.
you.
So that's my 1, 2, 3. So that's my second action.
I would like to know.
Well, you can know, but keep it to yourself, please.
To know.
So my third action.
Oh, that's just
Another.
mean.
Yeah, they're all mean. That's why we don't like them. I'll be fair.
I've made them as rare as I can. Named
Yeah.
people and natural ones.
Critical miss, not a 1. Just a critical miss.
Okay, regular crit misses. We will say that you get tangled and harm your tongue, and these are going to cost you actions. So for every
They do
crit
cost
miss
me
you-
actions.
No, I'm talking about like carrying over. I usually, instead of like dropping your weapon and being mean, I usually say you guys overextend and it costs you an action next
Okay.
round. You know what I mean? It's going to cost
All
you
right.
2. So next round, you go from 4 down to 2 because as you must.
I still have 1 action left.
Okay.
Haste.
Yes. And flurry of blows.
Do you want to burn it now?
Sure, we'll burn it now. And I mean burn as in I'll lose this action.
Yes.
Yes.
We could say a crit cost you the third action, but you have a fourth, which you reattack. Unfortunately, that carries over, you know.
Yeah.
That would actually be the logical way to do it because I got all
Correct.
excited about my crit cards. Okay, so Muros is done. Al, you are up. What do you
Yes.
want to do? Al, Vicar, and Niles, get ready. You're on deck. Al.
I will. Step in front of Karam.
Yep. Okay, 5-foot step around a corner you cannot do. You can stride there.
I
just
can
so you know.
stride there. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were being extra, anti-attack of opportunity kind of steps, which is, I wonder if they took that out. Anyway, sorry, you're saying you move.
For targeted, I will move, and I'm going to cast Enervation, I believe,
Okay.
on Rusty May. Successfully saved. Boo. That's fine, though. You still take 2d8 persistent negative damage. And then I will stride back.
Poke out. Shoot, poke back in.
The proverbial pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Ducking around the corner. And that's my turn.
Okay. 30 is successful against you. So my effects are,
2d8 persistent negative damage.
and that's it. Okay. And they start up later.
Yeah,
Right?
on their turn.
Okay. Just so we don't forget, I'm just going to try to add, because your spell doesn't, 2d8 persist. And it's negative energy. Like, what kind of energy is this? Just negative?
Yes, sir. Negative energy.
Okay. I wonder if they've rebranded the negative energy. Don't know. I don't think so.
I will look into that right now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Vicar Niles.
Okay. I would like to cast a spell.
Please do.
Okay. Organ sight. Would you like to know what this one does?
X-ray vision?
Yeah, pretty much. This I see the target as though it's been dissected in a raid. For the duration, which is 1 minute, I get a +2 circumstance bonus on medicine checks against the target, which would be Rusty May. When I cast this spell, attempt a special recall knowledge check using medicine to spot and discern a vital organ. If you have a lower skill appropriate to the creature, which I do not, you can use that instead. If I succeed, the next time I deal piercing or slashing damage to the target with a strike or spell, I deal additional 4d6 precision damage. On each of my next turns, I can use a single action to attempt another special recall. to add the effect again. Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah. So what do you want to do right now?
I'm going to cast that spell. And then I would like to step 5 feet
Okay.
towards Hazel May. And then I would
Rusty
like
May?
to Rusty May. And then I would like to use my knowledge recall of medicine with a +2 bonus.
Okay. Right? 30.
And then I would like to, yeah, it's one of my better ones. And then I will strike. Rusty May. She targeted for me, please.
1 second. Where are you? Okay. Have at me.
And you want to give, I guess I get a, you want to put
Okay.
a flat footer? or-
1 second. Sorry, that's a 5-foot step, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Otherwise, you might provoke. Anyway, go ahead.
Yep.
Would May be off guard because of flanking?
Yes. And off guard because Miros is directly across from me.
No, he's not. You guys are on my corners. If I was over
Which is
here,
Directly across. He is a huge creature.
okay,
Any corner of him to any corner of me.
okay, I gotcha. So from her bottom right through to her top left, that's a line, and you're good to go. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And here's my
Ah.
attack.
Wait.
Oh, okay. No attack yet.
Let me put her off guard. The institute off guardiness,
Sweet.
since we've legitimized off guard. Can you see?
Okay.
Strike.
Awesome.
Okay.
And here's my attack.
Ah.
Aha,
20.
a natural 20.
Would you like
Pew, 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 pew.
That's sure.
What are you striking with?
My rapier.
Your piercing.
Yes. Piercing.
Surprise opening. Because of your advanced
surprise.
vision of your spell, let's blame your cool spell. You gain an action that you can use before the end of your turn to use as an attack against the target
I gain one more action.
that you must
Wow.
use against this target as an attack.
Okay. I will use that, but first I will deal my gross
Yep.
damage.
Your damage, okay. Now, I have 10 physical against your piercing, so
That's
don't be
fine.
surprised if it's a little bit muted.
That's fine.
Okay.
It
And
won't let me grab
do you have to put pluses in here because of your specs, because of your medical knowledge? You said something about
That-
precision damage, something.
Yep, I get to add 4d6 precision damage if I hit.
Okay. Let's see if I'm immune to
But-
precision.
Here's my normal attack for 29
Okay. 19 goes
And-
through.
and my 4d6 precision.
Does that get doubled on crit too?
Good question.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm reading.
I will apply it for now.
But, and that was an extra 15. But
Oh, was that from the deadly type? That you got the bonus?
yeah, that's from my rapier, but the 46 is from my spell that I cast before.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of huge though. That's
It
pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. I get so many moves. And I will attack again since I'm allowed to. Fantasy ground is getting hard to grab the little die. For I have no idea. A
Critical
15.
miss. Critical miss.
Critical hit, critical miss. Yeah.
Okay. Are you out of actions?
Oh yeah, I'm out of actions now.
Okay. It will cause this you overextend, and the crit miss costs you an action next round.
Ew.
Standard crit miss as opposed to playing cards.
Yeah.
Okay. which brings us to Karam.
All right. I will devise stratagem.
Okay.
With a 30.
Did you know something that our medic might have figured out with his splayed organ view? That the reason perhaps, I'm just going with flavor here, why would a hag be more susceptible to bruises and yet have good resistances to stabbing and slicing? My guess would be rubbery skin, possibly rubbery bones. Impact goes right through, carries in, and damages said organs. But having a rubbery skin and hide and even rubbery organs, piercy, that kind of thing. If you shoot your bow, you're going to do 10 less damage. But you may have an idea with this 30 how to hit it.
Okay.
Okay. With your recall, you're using your free recall?
Yep.
I just need you to state any roll, even if you don't leave. So it's for the audience. What else can I tell you? Confirming your last with my rubbery bones. Again, this is just offense, defense. This is not just a hag, it's an Annis hag. Has different abilities. If this thing gets a hold of you, it can rip you apart. It can rend you with its ironclad claws, and it's fast. Not to mention a crap ton of spells it has at its disposal.
Damage for 22, resulting in 12.
Okay.
And then I have another feat called Shared Stratagem. Let's see. When I hit a creature with an attack on which you substituted your roll for intelligence using device stratagem, you designate one ally. The creature you hit is flat-footed to that ally on the next attack he designates. Which doesn't super matter here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to do? Maybe I'll just try another attack. Oof. 15. Critical miss. And that'll be me.
Okay. Costing you an action next round. Because that is the go-to. And we will see you all next time.